Battery depleting.
What was that?
Civilian?
The winds have blown you back to us, and with our lost Tokoloshi. Shakaya doubted your return, but I told him that I saw in you a man of conviction, a man with the blood of the old gods in him, gods of wind and fire and earth.
Now that I've helped you out, could we discuss the tether device?
You must learn to savor the delights the world has to offer, Mark Leslie. Come inside, stay a while, we can talk face to face.
Entry granted. A full transport and 3 occupants.
It smells so nice in here.
Welcome, Mark Leslie, to the homeland of the Chizinyama. It is thanks to you that we are one step closer to leaving this place, to join with the old gods in Ayal. While you may not be Chiz or Yama in body, your deeds have bound you closer to us, wrapped you in the warm blanket of fellowship and understanding.
Thank you, Nompilo, Oeto, and Shaka. We feel honored to be here.
The honor is ours, Mark Leslie. Now that you have proven your worth to us, perhaps we can show our worth to you. The winds have told us of your dealings with the Hanasi. We know it is no coincidence that you have arrived in our lives after talking to Oti.
Uti mentioned you were searching for some sort of tear in reality.
Ah, yes. We had heard that he was searching for the gateway into Leal. The Hanasi workers talk when they are deprived of herb for a while.
Are the Hanasi here your slaves?
Slave is a terrible word, and there's no place among followers of the old gods. The Hanasi here are indentured to us. They give us the sweat of their brows constructing our ark, and we provide them with the herb they need.
Who are your old gods?
The old gods are ancient forms of metal and lightning. They are looking for us, looking to be joined again to their creations. This word is harsh and hard. The old gods are entities of creation, not of destruction. We yearn to seek them out. That is why we have constructed this ark.
Can you tell me more about this ark of yours?
When we were Chiz, we spoke with a memory walker. He told us of Leal, home to the old gods. We scoured many memory walkers over time and discovered designs for the ark. A great vessel that could carry us into Leal to meet the old gods. We tried once before, but the portal spawner would not allow something the size of the ark to travel to Leal. The portal spawner tore open a hole in space, but the ark that was meant to travel through it crashed. That was generations ago. When we returned to our homeland, we discovered that it had been stripped bare, broken down, burned to ash. So we erected this ancient bar shield to keep ourselves safe while we constructed a new ark.
In the tether?
When we uncovered the bar shield, we read about the array and the tether device. The tether device inside the array possessed technology that would allow something immense to travel across the void into Leon.
Is there any chance of a deal between you and Uti? Any chance for peace?
We are always open to negotiate. But while Othi searches for the gateway to Leal, she cannot be trusted. If you can help us find the gateway first, we will open negotiations with the Oti over generations. The location has been lost. To know where the gateway to Leal has been torn open, that information would be invaluable to us. Bring us that, and you shall have your tether. Now go. Mark Leslie, we look forward to speaking with you again.
Wissior!
I don't think this is up to code, eh?
What are they building?
All of these workers seem intoxicated. It's a techno-organic life.
Eh? Hello?
Hello, Shongololo.
Where were we? Ah, yes. Hello? Are you there?
Yes, old timer. I'm right here. Please go on.
Yes. The Ascendancy is the name for the tribulationist hierarchy. Darius at the top, living on the Penrose, hanging over Babel. Beneath him, the priests, watching over the games or plotting their schemes. Then, the witnesses and the flock. Flocks of birds keep me up at night, all their flapping and their chirping.
I need to know about Babel. Please, Shongololo.
Babel was formed before the doom. It rose from the ocean floor, just as mysteriously as the Penrose appeared. The Ascendancy claimed the new landmass when the First War began. They carved it into an effigy of Darius and the Wanderer. The Temple of Babel can be reached, but only through a warden. Only an agnet can give you that access, which they never will. Tulip loved to gaze at the lights of Babel across the ocean. I got a job cleaning the trains. Tulip married a rich man and had children. 2 girls and a boy. I worked my way up to ticket collector, then signal maintainer, and finally conductor.
Has this story have a fucking end?
I ferried Tulip and her family around for a decade. She was lovely. Have I told you how lovely she was? Then her husband died in a nasty accident. Tulip traveled by train to his funeral.
This doesn't sound like it has a happy ending.
Direct hit from an energy weapon vaporized the passenger car. My Tulip vanished in a soft red mist. I was the conductor of that very train. I need to rest.
You hear that? Just the sounds of bugs and birds. I haven't heard quiet like this in a long time. Seems like this place finally slowed down.
It reminds me of those late evenings camping with Dad.
Yeah, Dad loved those. I hated them. Always had to pack the car. Always felt like I'd forgotten something. Forgot Dad's beer one time. I remember hiding behind the bucky for ages, hoping he wouldn't notice.
Dad was so mad that he made me leave to collect firewood when we'd already brought 2 boxes full.
You were little. He just didn't want you around when he clubbed me. And that night he made me sleep without a sleeping bag. If I have to go cold tonight, then so do you. I remember you giving me your socks to put over my hands. I still think of gloves as Mark's socks to this day.
I didn't know that's why you were sleeping outside.
You thought I just liked the freezing cold? Ach yeah, Maki. I'm glad you weren't there for the bad ones. That was the last time we were all together. I packed my bags as soon as we got home that Sunday. You went to evening service and I ran to Freddy's place. I'd already gotten my call-up papers. I thought, hell, if I go early, who's gonna care? I was on the bus to basic training the next day.
You had your reasons for leaving, Don. I get it.
I had to go, Marky. I didn't like leaving you with him, but I couldn't stay. I'm sorry.
Battery recharging.
Human male, average build, estimated age out 30.
Nachi, how's it?
It is the human from before. Archie must apologize for before. We and us had to go to sleep.
Oh, that's okay, Nachi. I asked a lot of questions. You must have been tired.
We and us are tired, yes. But the antenna must work. Always. In case Home Tree calls us. if they call and Narchi answers, maybe they will come to fetch me and us. And Narchi can go home.
You told me about someone taking your transponder. Who was it?
Loose lips. A friend. She was sad. Narchi tried to make her happy. We spoke about the light and the warmth. We spoke about the grass and the red sand. We spoke about the wind and the crisp leaves. She had to leave Home Tree when she had too much drink. They broke her transponder. She was outcast. She could not return. We offered to share Narchi's transponder. Take turns to use it. But she took it away for herself. While we were in the dark, the Hanasi say she's gone to the cattle. Narchi has heard it is nice there. Maybe when she comes to get Narchi, we and us can go there also.
Warning! Overheating! Please initiate cool down mode.
Back into the dark. Tell me, human man, what is it like there where you stand? In the light?
It's pretty. Yeah, there's golden sunlight peeking through shreds of cloud in a wide blue sky. Grasses and flowers are growing, and there's a warm shimmer in the air.
That sounds nice. That sounds very nice.
Commencing cool down mode. Human male, average bit.
Loose lips.
Shoo! Please lower your voice, human man. My head is sore. How did you hear that name?
Narchi at the Hanasi fortress told me.
Narchi is a good cakus, a lucky drone. Any cakus that becomes a drone is a lucky cakus. They don't have to carry this weight, this useless husk of flesh with them.
You think Narchi is lucky? He didn't seem too happy about losing his body.
That is because he has forgotten what it feels like to be trapped inside one's own body. To have arms that cannot move. To have legs that cannot feel the tips of their toes brushing over the tallest grass. We gave up so much for this. So much.
So your people weren't always like this?
Accessing memory files. Please be patient.
Generations ago we lived as nomads, always walking, wandering from the grasslands of Zhao Zhao to the volcanic rocks of Slag. To own a cakus map was the highest honor. We charted the course of the wardens, even finding the soft tears in space for them to travel through. As the ether started to close in on our world, we were exposed to far too much of it. The rainbow death followed us, taking our elderly, taking our children. we fled to the forests of Saxonwold, making our home in the tall trees, fearful that the ether would again rob us of our past and our future. Inside those trees, we found a transmitter, a direct link to the Doulahan. Some even thought it could be a link to Doris' self. The Doulahan encouraged us to explore even further, to leave the safety of the treetops.
To hear the voice of one of your gods must have been incredible.
It was. To be that close to him, to hear him talk and argue with Varyar. It made us certain that we had chosen the right path.
And this voice told you to leave and to carry on making maps.
Accessing memory files. Please be patient.
Yes, we wanted to stay in the treetops, but the call to travel the world was too loud to ignore. The Doulahan told us to ask the Flay for some spare drones to help us travel and avoid the ether. But soon we began to rely on the drones for everything. To move, to hunt, to explore. The ether made us weak. It made us need the drones even more. Even our children were born weak. Then the darkness took us. Took our eyes. Took the feeling in our skin. It didn't even leave us our tongues. We have lost everything. We do not even have our own language anymore. Without these drones, we are empty husks. We shut down the voice of the Doulahan, turned away from our god, and we stayed in those trees.
How do I get access to the Caicus maps?
You cannot. Only Caicus can access Home Tree. Other organics are not allowed. Even if a Caicus with a faulty transponder tries to enter, the drones will open fire.
A Caicus transponder?
Warning! Potential to compromise home tree security.
A Caicus transponder tells other drones that you are Caicus. Mine broke, so I could not return to Home Tree. So when Nachi was in maintenance mode, I took his.
You planning on ever going back to Home Tree?
I don't know. I don't think so. I cannot go back. We have failed our god. Here, take it. I do not want it. I do not need it. Please, take it far away from me.
Short-term dormancy in progress. Shutting down higher brain functions. Thank you. Have a nice day.